A number of years ago, I was invited to speak at a Shabbaton out west. So I took my daughter along and we flew out a day early to do some sightseeing, checked into a hotel, and in the morning at breakfast, I asked the waitress for a banana. And she said, "I'm so sorry, sir. We ran out. We have no bananas today."
Yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. Bananas today.
So I said to my daughter, "I think we should get our money back, or at least a big discount from the hotel." She said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "They don't have any bananas." She said, "You don't get a discount or your money back because there's no banana at breakfast." I said, "Why not? Suppose when we checked in last night, the hotel had said, 'I'm so sorry, sir, but we ran out of pillows.' You don't think they'd have to give us our money back or a big discount?" She said, "That's different because pillows are an essential part of a hotel stay. Bananas are not." I said, "I disagree. When I go to a hotel, when I go to breakfast, I want to eat my favorite food, a banana. So I expect to have one." I said, "Let me ask you this. Suppose you had to go 1 year without your pillow, but you could put anything else under your head, a folded up sweatshirt or blanket or towel, or you had to go 1 year without your favorite food. What would you give up?" So she thought for a second and said, "There's no way I'm giving up my pillow." I said, "I disagree again, because I'd give up my pillow. I'll throw a folded up sweatshirt under my head, but there's no way I'm going a year without bananas." Why am I telling this to you? Because in this week's Torah portion, Moshe, the staunchest, fiercest defender that the Jewish people ever had, finally throws his hands up in the air. The Jews are complaining about the manna, the miraculous, incredible food that God would make fall from heaven and that would taste like practically anything a person could imagine. But the Jews are saying, "No, we want real meat or fish, and we miss those flavors that we used to have in Egypt, the few flavors that the manna wouldn't taste like cucumbers and onions and melons and garlic." And Moshe says to God, "I can't do this anymore. I can't do it alone. I need help." He's suggesting to God, "I told you this initially when I said I wasn't the right person for the job. Had the Jews had a more charismatic leader, he would have been able to motivate them, inspire them, so that they wouldn't ask for things that aren't essential. It's one thing to ask for water. You need water. But cucumbers? Seriously?" So God says to them, "You need help? You got it. Go choose 70 elders, and I'll give some of your spirit to them, and they'll help you out. You'll be at the head, and it'll be the first Bezdin." Moshe does some quick math, realizes there are 12 tribes. 6 times 12 is 72, not 70. I'm going to have 2 people that are disappointed. So how can I do this? And he decides to choose lots. He puts 70 cards in the basket that say elder and 2 that are blank. Whichever 2 of the potential elders choose the blank ones won't be chosen. But 2 of the potential people stay back in the camp. They don't even show up to the party. Eldad and Medad say, "We'll never be chosen." They're so humble and modest, but God recognizes that up in heaven and says, "Oh yeah? You were too modest to even show up? Guess what? You're 2 of the new prophets." And they start prophesying in the camp. Someone sees this, runs and tells Joshua, Yehoshua, Moshe's attendant, who goes and runs into Moshe and says, "There are 2 people are prophesying in the camp. Destroy them." And Moshe says, "If only all the Jews were like that. Don't be concerned on my account." But what did Yehoshua mean when he said, "destroy them"? The commentators tell us that what he meant was that Moshe should appoint them to positions of communal leadership. How would that destroy them? Well, the answer is that in order to prophesy, to get nevuah, you have to be in a state of simcha, a state of happiness. And as anyone who's ever fulfilled a communal leadership role knows, between the aggravation and the complaints and the name-calling and the fighting, it's very easy to get dejected, to be despondent, to not be happy. So Yeshua is saying, make them leaders. They'll get complaints, they won't be happy, and that'll be the end of their prophecy. But he also had a hidden agenda. He wanted to show everyone the difference between Moshe's level of prophecy and any other prophets. Because think about it. At the very time that Moshe was giving up, saying to God, "I can't do this anymore," and he seemed so upset, he was still talking to God. He was still prophesying because he didn't let those indignities, those disappointments touch his core essence, his relationship with God. He was able to compartmentalize. And we have to aspire to do the same. We have to obey God on the sunny days and on the rainy days, on the good days and the bad days, on the easy days and the difficult days. No matter what trials or tribulations or obstacles or hurdles or difficulties, disappointments, setbacks, illnesses, we can't let them touch our core essence. We can't let them impair our relationship with God.
We have an old